Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for joining me. Hopefully by now some of you are fairly aware of what premise this channel was built on, around the idea that anybody can find their adventure story and try to build a community around that idea of helping each other to do that. But along with that comes inclusivity, where it doesn't matter what your physical abilities are, what your mental health situation is, or what you look like. It's part of this community that we want to help and support absolutely everyone to be comfortable in finding, creating, and writing their adventure story. And with that in mind, I'm going to tell you a little bit about mine. So this time last year, we're at the end of the year now, just 2 days before New Year's, I actually was involved. I had an accident that involved me going face first through some glass, and this left me with some pretty terrible scarring on the side of my face. I'm sure that some of you have noticed it if you've watched my videos and have been too polite to ask, and I really appreciate that. But it definitely knocked my confidence for six. My mental health has never been great. It's something I've always struggled with, but I've definitely come out the other side and I'm still fighting. But this one, it took me down. We identify so much with our faces, that is our identity. And when your identity is destroyed or changed in such a manner, it will really take you a number of months or years to recover. But I want to give a voice to that, to say that no matter what you look like, you're beautiful. It took a lot of support from friends, family, to make me realize that, to make me remember that it's not what's on the outside, that they don't see the scars, that they don't see me as broken. It took me a long time to get past having such a change to what I look like. Like I said, we all identify with our faces, that is the first thing that everybody sees. And when you have such a large deformation, for lack of a better word, on your face, that's all you think that people ever look at. So going from that point, and why I chose to put my face on YouTube, with this in mind, that was one of the things that I found that I needed to do, to say I'm not going to let this beat me, I'm not going to let this take over my life, and I am going to show other people that it's okay to look different, that it's okay to not always be the person you were. It's okay to stand out, it's okay to blend in. There is no perfect person, and in the words of Sully Erna, and I love this quote, we are all perfectly imperfect. And I think that is one of the best quotes to live by. We all have something going on. We all have things that we struggle to live with. So yeah, me putting my face on YouTube might seem kind of an oxymoron when I struggle with what I look like anymore. And it's been a big struggle, and it still is to this day. I also unfortunately had a setback this month, using, I don't even remember what brand, sadly, scar cream, just to try and loosen up the scars a little bit, because they do end up very tight. And I had a very, very bad reaction along the scar tissue that ended up blistering the entire scar, and basically put me back to where I was in January, really struggling with what I was looking like, what I felt like, my confidence. And the fading of the scarring had been so good up until that point, has now created and gone back to the red scar tissue that I ended up with. It also unfortunately brought to the surface a couple of the smaller scars that I had more or less faded within the first couple of months, but because the cream reacted with the scar tissue, it has highlighted those a little bit more, and I'm hoping they fade back to where they were, but I'm not super confident about that. But I wanted to bring this to you as an end of the year message. It's been a year. I kind of wanted to just sort of end it on a different note and bring together everything that is Wilder Hope Adventures, the community that I want to create here, about finding, creating, and writing adventure stories with you, helping you do the same, inspiring you, encouraging you, believing in you to get out and do the adventures that you want to do, no matter who you are, what you look like. Embrace your beauty. No matter what you look like, you are beautiful. So guys, that's my story. I really want to thank you for watching it. If you watched it all the way through to the end, I know we've had a really, really rough year this year. Christmas was horrible. But just know that life is worth living. People love you. And thanks for watching. We'll see ya next year.